This is Scams Cons News with Jim Grinstead.
In this week's news, we ask, are you being smished? It's a scam that involves both text and social engineering. A dating app leads to a carjacking in Florida, and a Swiss museum cashier stole more than $1 million between 2008 and 2019. But we begin with the story of an East Bay, California woman who was trying to return something she purchased on Etsy. She wanted to handle the purchase now because she was about to go into the hospital. ABC 7 reported the story.
It happened just hours before Tracy Jones had to get to the hospital for a surgery. Tracy says she went online, Googled Etsy customer service, and called the first number she saw.
And that's what started the whole mess that I'm in.
A man on the phone said he'd give her a refund. First, she had to download an app on her phone.
He said, "It looks like you've been hacked. Someone was trying to use my account to buy an iPhone and iPads."
The man told her she had to stop the hack by purchasing Apple gift cards. The numbers on the back would block the thieves, and he'd deposit the money into her bank account to cover the cost.
He sent me to Lowe's first. He said, "I've deposited $1,000 in your account. And when you get the gift cards, you need to sit in the car so we can use Lowe's Wi-Fi. And you take a picture of the receipt."
Text messages from the man seemed to show he was depositing money into her account. She followed his instructions, driving to Lowe's, Target, and Raley's stores. She bought Apple and Target gift cards totaling nearly $5,000.
And I said, "Look, I don't have much time. I'm supposed to be in the hospital."
And as she was about to undergo surgery, another text. There was a problem. She had to buy more cards. Tracy replied, "I can't. I'm in the hospital."
Unfortunately, the call was from a scammer, and the app let them take control of her phone. Speaking of malware, Google is going to court to stop a scammer from promoting fraudulent downloads of Bard, its AI chatbot. The scammers, located in India, were taking control of people's social media accounts. They then used those accounts to encourage more people to download the malware. Google is fighting the actions by asking social media companies to take down the false advertising and is going to court to fight alleged violations of its copyrights. Museums offer things of beauty, but one ticket seller found real inspiration from the money she could skim off the top of sales, a theft that authorities estimate earned her $170,000 a year between 2008 and 2019. Company officials were so pleased with their work, they even promoted her to a supervisor. Here's how she did it. First, the museum squirrels away a few tickets in case their computer systems go down. The woman would sell those tickets and pocket the cash. She also sold the same ticket twice. She would sell a ticket, then hand over a fake receipt and keep the money from the sale. No receipt means there's no record of the sale. She would then sell the ticket again and provide an actual receipt that would be accepted by the accounting system. She got caught after her promotion by canceling tickets sold by other ticket sellers and pocketing the refunds. Tickets at the Baylor Foundation cost nearly $29 for a regular adult, and the thefts accounted for about 1% of ticket sales. She will spend the next 3 years and 7 months in prison and pay a $3,600 fine. This is Scams Cons News. You might think smishing is a potato dish, but it's really a way for scammers to use text on your phone to capture your bank account information. The smisher tries to convince the mark to hand over the information by pretending to be some kind of official, a banker, a police officer, a government employee, whatever it takes to earn your trust. The Federal Trade Commission reports that Americans lost $330 million from smishing scams in 2022, with a median loss of $1,000. To protect yourself, be suspicious. If the text is calling for you to act quickly, they don't want you thinking about whether they're legit. Don't accept any phone number or link they provide. Research the call yourself And if you discover it's a con, block the number. Real estate scams are on the rise despite a slight reprieve.
You feel ashamed, you feel violated, and you feel embarrassed. And you feel afraid.
It has been a long, trying 7 years for Kingsley and his 76-year-old mother, Ellen, who requested we only use their nicknames. 7 years of trying to find justice after Mom was allegedly defrauded out of a house by an Alamo man named Derek Chu, indicted by the U.S. Department of Justice this week. Ellen was close with Derek's father, Felix.
He's a family friend for close to 30 years. He just seemed like a very honest man. My mom trusted him so much that he had Felix deliver a eulogy at my dad's funeral.
Kingsley said Felix was well connected in the Chinatown community, and his mom would give him and his son small amounts of money with the promise of a significant return.
Starts off as several thousand, and then it goes up to 100,000.
As the returns came in, Ellen's trust grew.
And then those investments started becoming higher and higher because he kept on asking for more.
Eventually, Ellen signed over her San Francisco home.
She realized that it was just all a lie, and she felt truly, truly ashamed of it. It broke my heart because it looked like her soul wasn't even there at the time.
The DOJ alleges Derek Chu's Ponzi scheme began in 2013. He allegedly solicited investments with the promise of returns from the resale of Warriors tickets and luxury suites at Oracle and the Chase Center. And Chow are not certain if victims will ever be made whole, since in charging documents, Derek Chu is accused of misappropriating $7.3 million on luxury cars, jewelry, and credit card debts.
In the Florida community of Titusville, police said that a 24-year-old woman and an unidentified 35-year-old Orlando man decided to meet in person at an apartment complex. They met on the Tag dating app. However, when she arrived at the apartment, 2 men ordered her out of the car and stole it. Cons using dating apps are becoming more common. 11 Alive in Atlanta has more details.
Riverdale Police and the Clayton County Sheriff's Office tracking down Tatiana Green. Police say the 23-year-old was questioned after being picked up Friday on a probation violation. Her picture was shown to the 2 victims in a photo lineup. According to a police report, one victim told police he met with a woman at the Harmony Pines apartments last weekend after talking on Plenty of Fish. He says they went to dinner, and when they got back, 2 armed men ordered him out of the driver's seat and into the back. He told police they robbed him and beat him, then stole his car. In another case, a similar story. A police report shows a man says he was lured to the same apartment complex to meet a woman he met on the social networking app Tagged.
Before he even met her, he was approached by 2 males, and at least one of them was armed. They forced him to drive to the rear of the complex. Now, he got brave and grabbed the weapon and pushed it away from him and then jumped out of the truck and took off running.
Robbery and kidnapping charges are expected to be filed in the case soon.
This is Scams Cons News.